Welcome to belly breathing practice. This is the final video in the short introductory series to breathwork. So far we've covered grounding exercises, breath awareness, 3 dimensions of breath, taking the breath lower down in the body, lower down in the lungs. And this video will take you through belly breathing practice. The videos to follow this will be more dynamic breathwork practices, so diaphragmatic breathing and breath and movement. So look out for those. But it will be important to practice these earlier breathwork practices for the next couple of weeks. So start with grounding, followed by breath awareness, 3 dimensions of breath, and then practice belly breathing. So just a word of warning with any breathwork practice, but particularly the more dynamic breathwork practices, sitting with breath, feeling the breath in the body can bring up some unexpected stuff for some of us. So you may be surprised by some thoughts or feelings, memories that come up for you. So just remembering that if you feel overwhelmed at all, if you feel an unmanageable level of discomfort, to always come back to the grounding exercises, starting with your feet. So come back to the feet, feeling the feet connected to the ground underneath you, pressing the feet into the floor, really feeling that grounding, that safety and connection. And then just practice breathing into the feet, perhaps counting your breaths and breathing into the feet. But let's give this a go and see how you find belly breathing. So first of all, let me just run you through a little bit of information on belly breathing. So belly breathing is our natural breath, our natural breathing pattern that we're born with. But over time, we can become someone who holds the breath or holds the belly in. We can become habitual upper chest breathers. So if you're someone who's prone to anxiety, or if you're an overthinker, even if you're planning something nice like a holiday, it does stimulate the sympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight, our doing mode. And this can make us quite unconsciously tense in the neck, in the shoulders. You might suffer a lot of headache, a lot of neck ache, shoulder tension, and belly ache, belly tension. So it's really important to drop back into the body, the here and now, our being mode as opposed to our doing mode, and to lower the heart rate, blood pressure, to aid digestion, ease headache, backache, etc. You might also be someone who holds the belly in for more, vain, self-conscious reasons. So a lot of us are taught from an early age to suck the belly in, hold the belly in, particularly if you're a dancer or very conscious of your figure. If you're someone who is trying to increase your sort of upper body size, puffing the chest out, you might be holding the stomach in. But of course, all of these behaviours send the message to the nervous system that we're in danger, that we're ready for fight or flight. Some of us might be paradoxical breathers, something called paradoxical breathing, which is where we pull the belly in when we breathe in, as opposed to pushing the belly out. So that would be something like this. So if you breathe in, you're pulling the belly in. That's paradoxical breathing. That's actually reverse breathing. So what we're aiming for is when we breathe in, we push the belly out. Breathing in, belly out. So just notice that about yourself for a moment. Just take a few breaths to notice if you're an upper chest breather. When you breathe in, what happens to the belly? Does it go in, or do you feel it inflate out? Just notice that. into a position for belly breathing. So one way of practicing belly breathing, particularly if you are a reverse breather or a paradoxical breather, is just before bed, if you lie on your front on the floor, lying on your front on the floor, make a pillow with your hands and practice pushing the belly into the floor on the in-breath. So using the floor as resistance when you breathe in, so breathing in, pushing the belly out and pushing it into the floor, meeting the floor's resistance. That's a great one to try before bed, might encourage a better night's sleep. What we're going to practice here is just some rounds of belly breathing as we sit here nice and relaxed and comfortable. So let's start by just placing hands on the belly. So wherever you're sitting right now, just placing your hands softly on the belly here, just a light touch. And just start by breathing into your hands. So really send the breath down into the belly, inflating the belly and pushing against the hands. Notice the hands move as you breathe in. Body nice and relaxed, so lengthening through the spine, so that there's an openness here in the front of the body. Imagine being pulled up by the crown of the head and balloon the belly on the in-breath. Imagine a nice big Buddha belly. And then try as best you can to gently pull the belly button back towards the spine on the out-breath. So inflating the belly, Buddha belly on the out-breath, on the in-breath. Gently pulling the belly button back towards the spine on the out-breath. In-breath, inflating. Out-breath, contracting. This is actually a very good exercise for core strength. Softening the belly, inflating the belly, gently pulling back in, contracting the belly muscles on the out-breath, expelling all that air on the out-breath. The more you expel the out-breath, the easier it will be to take a deeper in-breath. Just practicing that, a few more breaths, just 2 more breaths there. Remembering shoulders relaxed. Maybe just turn the head gently side to side just to loosen up there a little bit. Now bring the hands just round to the sides of the belly and breathing into the sides of the belly. And if you can, if it's comfortable, taking the hands around to the lower back, but only if that is comfortable. Just breathing into the lower back. Maybe one hand gently on the belly, one hand gently on the back of the hand meeting your back, your lower back. Breathing into both hands, expanding, inflating, breathing out and contracting, gently pulling in. And however this feels, whatever it's bringing up for you, just see if you can meet it where it is, see if you can stay with it. One more breath here. Okay, and hands round the front again on the belly. Last couple of breaths here, inflating the belly. Noticing that rise in the belly, and the fall. Elongating through the spine, shoulders down. One more breath here. Well done. Hands back down in the lap or down by the side of the body. Body just relax for a moment. And just taking a moment now to notice how that was for you. Just closing your eyes. Notice how you feel now. Does anything feel more relaxed, less resistant? Is there any softening in the body, any opening? Whatever that experience was for you, just noticing that. And if you can, if it's comfortable too, then practicing belly breathing once a day, perhaps breathing into the floor of an evening, just 5-10 minutes of belly breathing, or perhaps take a pause throughout your day, just to stop, pause, belly breathe, just for a few breaths, just a couple of breaths. We'll send a calming, grounding message to the brain, to the nervous system. So good luck with that. I'll see you in the next series of videos of more dynamic breathing.